Okay, Spyro.
Spyro!
Spyro is a game that is really close to us both, I guess.
Yes. It is literally the first game I ever played, ever. If you don't count like silly little computer games, but you know, the first console game I ever played.
And that is something.
Yes, because that is the thing that made me a fucking gamer. I mean, come
A
on.
fucking gamer. Okay.
A fucking gamer.
Okay.
You know, a goddamn gamer, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got it. Well, it's basically the same for me. It wasn't really the first game I played, but it was among the first. I mean, it was a big part of the games I played when I had a PlayStation 1. And those were the great times. Those were the glorious times
those were
of the 90s.
Yeah, not really the 90s.
No,
because we were born in 96.
More like, well...
Early 2000s.
Yeah, early 2000s, yes.
But anyway, so you know,
Close enough.
that was the first time I remember. I have this picture of me playing on my PS1, and I was such a complete nerd because it looks like I don't have any soul because I just stare at the screen and I'm super concentrated because it was so legit. I remember it was so hilarious. I mean,
we could ask ourselves, why do we actually like those games so much? Because we love many retro games.
Yeah.
Well, it's of course because you have a bond to them from your childhood. Yeah,
the nostalgia
indeed.
Factor.
But at the same, I played Spyro today earlier because you know I just wanted to relive or something like that through the beginning of the game, and I kind of figured it out that you know those characters were so somehow cute, somehow so inspiring. So they were just so awesome.
I know, and in the thing, when I bought like a year ago or something, I bought the old ones I bought them on like digital copy on the PS3, and yeah, they were like amazing because I played them and I'm like, oh my god, nostalgia, and then I realized they have a lot of goddamn dirty and kind of wrong comedy in those lines.
Indeed, all the games have such things, and it's really weird when you play them now as older and you understand those and be like, oh, what did we play as children?
Especially for us, because back in the day we didn't really understand English, so we'd be like, what?
Yeah.
We didn't really follow the lines that much because you know we weren't that good in English because it's not our first language.
No.
But yeah, so now when you realize what they actually were saying, it's like, whoa, how could I have missed that?
Yeah, but that's really something hilarious, and it's really funny to play them now as older. And that's a thing why I consider that, you know, you should never sell all the games away, or like you should keep them as treasures.
Or not even old consoles either, because those will be very expensive later. I mean, I had a freaking panic attack when I couldn't find my PS1, and when I found it after many years of searching, I was so happy. I was like jumping around and I was like hugging it and whatever because I was like, I have missed you, you're my baby, oh my god. Yeah, it was very emotional.
But also, I gotta admit that you know, these games, even though they didn't contain that much awesome features and extra things and you know stuff like that, they had really great characters back then. Looking at back to these, I don't know what all their names was actually, but there are these monkeys and the Sheila, the kangaroo. So she was really a hilarious person, and the fact that you know she was an Aussie also with accent. Well, yeah, because kangaroos. But anyway, they just built such a great personalities into those characters.
Goddamn Spyro was so cocky all the time. He was like always just being this sarcastic sad all over the place. I mean, I watched that first thing and I was like, damn bro, what the hell are you having some comebacks here all over the place. I mean, I guess it was in the second game when he like jumped into Glimmer to the portal and he you know met all these other characters and he was like he said to, I guess, what is his name, the tiger? Hunter,
yeah,
Hunter. So he said to him, it was something that Hunter said, and then she was like, oh, did the pussy get scared or something? And I was like, what the fuck, Spyro? You can't talk like that. This is a children's game. What the hell?
But let's go faster through the stories. The first one, you know that it was something like they froze all the dragons.
Yeah,
or...
all the dragons got like crystallized or something.
Yeah, that was the stuff.
I don't really remember if they actually had a main villain in that, or it just what just happened. Something happened. It's kind of blurry because I never played the first one that much. I played more the second and the third game. So, and the first game, I think, like in every series, the first game is pretty like simple because the first game was very simple.
Yeah,
it was like
it was really old.
Yeah, when you compare it to the second and third games, it has quite the like lack of story, and it has just these very small. Maps in comparison to the second and third game, which has huge maps in all the worlds,
Yeah, I know. But the second game, you also played that one, and you told me that, there was actually a main villain.
Yeah, but it's Ripto or something? I don't remember, but this was the first time you saw all the other characters, like, that, was it Layla? I guess?
Sheila.
No, not Sheila, I mean, Sheila was the kangaroo, right?
Yeah.
But there was like Layla or something. I don't remember her name, but that centaur girl.
Might be.
Yeah, and then there was the professor, obviously.
Yeah.
And then Hunter. So you met them in Glimmer, and then you saw that this villain Ripto or something. I don't remember his name was Ripto, but I guess it was Ripto. Yeah, he was having this evil plans and whatever.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Can you remember? Was there these mini games in those games also? Or?
I don't know. I think it was some kinds of mini games in the second one, but in the third one there was.
Yeah, the third one contained a lot of mini games, and the third one, based on the story, was like there was this sources with some queen frog or something. I can't know what that really was.
Yeah,
it was some kind of creature. And they stole the eggs of the dragon. That sounds somehow suspicious, but yeah, that's what happened. And
don't question it, it's all games.
Yeah, and Spyro has the task to get them back. Yeah. And yeah, well, that game contained a lot of mini games, and those were really funny. And if there was some kind of lack of like a great story, well, those kind of fulfilled like the lack. Now I have a mind. I don't know what was I about to say. Oh god. This doesn't Spyro, people.
The purple dragon, who is our childhood hero. Yeah, what you say? Do you remember now?
I have a really hard time remembering this, but yeah, those mini games really kind of filled the lack of the great story.
Did you talk about the skateboarding?
Yeah, that was really the funniest thing.
I remember always like going back to the skateboarding park and just being there for hours because I didn't want to do anything else. I was like, I want to skateboard. Yeah.
Have you played the third one through?
Yeah, I think so, because I remember having that final boss battle, and it was really difficult. I don't know if I finished it, but I think I saw the end credits, so I have to have finished it.
Well, then you have to, because I think I tried like 10 times to beat this game, but I never did it. Actually.
Yeah, I know. These games are really hard. I mean,
they are.
That's the thing about old games. They are always made for children, but they are freaking amazingly difficult. It's like, what the fuck? But I think that is the thing that back in the day it was like as usual that like children played games because it's kind of early. It had it back in the 80s, but that was really for much older people. So all the games that were even though aimed for children were really difficult, and they have it's just kind of fun because it kind of make it more special when you actually beat something. Because you feel so accomplished when you actually beat the games because they were so difficult. But I guess it's also the thing that, back in the day when you play these games, they weren't difficult for them because they learned to play them much better.
And the hardness of these games are kind of different type than nowadays. Because they kind of contain like features like, you know, you have to walk on hard places like where you can fall off easily and stuff like that. There aren't anyone like shooting you with I don't know, RPGs and stuff.
The only thing that you can fail with like action is like the battles, you know, the boss battles. The boss battles are freaking annoyingly hard. I mean, I was playing the second game here, and I got to the first boss battle. I was thinking like, this can't be that hard. But damn, I failed like 50 times before I finished it. It was like, what the hell? This is the first boss battle, and I can't even clear this.
Yeah, those were the times. But yeah, I really agree with you that those games were really hard, and the feeling that when you accomplished something was just awesome. And sometimes I kinda miss that feeling in games today, because you know, I
because
feel
sometimes
like
sometimes they think
you concentrate on so many other things that, you know, you don't maybe feel that accomplished after you beating all the games. Of course there are certain games that it gives you the feeling, but I don't know.
Yeah, because, you know, I think some of the games that are like similar to these, they are just so like downgraded to like being children's games or whatever. Because this is the great thing about Spyro. Even though it's a children's game, it's like not a children's game as we think about it, because it's so much more challenging. If you think.
And even, tell me.
Because if you think about children's games today, they are games that are really easy. But Spyro, no, it can be hard. It can be really hard.
The characters might have like looked cute and stuff like that, which have like proven to be children's game, but actually when you like think about the hardness or the challenging in the games and the content, like all the
jokes,
all the jokes and all that, so you know, you can't be really sure to who are these like meant to be.
Yeah, I thought this was a thing, because I saw a person talking about Spyro in some video, and he said that the marketing for Spyro was different in Japan and in the Europe and America, because in Japan they kind of marketed him as some kind of more like badass looking. I don't know, the marketing was weird, because they had like marketing. Like, they marketed him, the character, like, different from what he was actually in the game. And it was like, what?
Really?
Because if you think about it, if you see the console, you know, the
label?
The, you know, the thing that they have on the game, you know, the cover.
This one?
Yeah, or them. So he looks so much more like a badass.
Yeah, indeed. I was just looking at the same, but he looks really badass. And
but then when you play it, he's like this really like I mean,
he's fun and he's cute, but at the same he got really dirty mind about.
Yeah, and he's like makes cracks jokes and whatever. But that in those covers, it looks like he would be like the most greedy badass rebel boy ever, and it's like no. Yeah, I mean, there was some kind of guy. He made a playthrough, and they talked about this, and they said that if you remember, there was actually one level in the second or third game that was actually inspired by the Lara Croft.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mind-blowing.
That was one in like they were in some kind of Egyptian-themed world, and there was a character that was clearly a parody of like Lara Croft. Like her name was some kind of rider or something, and it's like, I know what I did there. But yeah.
But
I love Spyro. I mean, I actually was thinking about buying Spyro onesie, so that tells a lot. Yeah.
But I honestly don't know where the franchise has gone, like with PlayStation 2.
God.
I haven't.
We will not talk about those other games.
No, we won't talk about them, but I'm kinda like interested to play one of those, because I haven't actually. But
I have played one of them and it was fucking stupid, so I'm like, nope.
Oh.
Nope. I mean, I think I think the charm was lost, because they changed the character so much and they just made him do something totally different. Because Insomniac was the first company that made them, and Insomniac sold the like copyright to other companies that can make also games, and they just went and overdid it in some kind of weird ways, and it's like, no.
That sucks.
I mean, if you look about the newest games, he doesn't even look like Spyro anymore.
No, they changed
it's
his
like,
looks,
why?
And
So,
it's of course the fact that if you change too much, the charm gets lost. And in these old games, the charm is such a big thing. I mean, you kinda wanna like be really close to these characters, and you know you wanna like them, but at the same, if they don't like do their thing or like are really charmy, then you don't know really what you're looking for in the game, because you know those games doesn't content that much like
because if you think about them, the thing that makes them, we like them also because you know we have the nostalgia, so you know, we will like them, you know, anyhow. But you know, so it's kind of fun because it's a different kind of game. You know, that this is a games that are not that much into story, because it's kind of funny because nowadays we like story games more.
Yeah, it's funny how the
and
taste
back in the
changes.
day, but I don't know, because these were pure gameplay fun. I mean, it was like everything you did was really fun.
Indeed.
And but there's some things that can be like kind of tedious, but you know, they're still charming, so you will still play them because it's you know fun.
It's fun indeed.
And you get achievements because you know you actually complete something and you feel really great about it because it's kind of hard.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, last question before we quit. Would you wanna see a new Spyro game for PlayStation 4?
Well, it depends, because you know if they're gonna do with the fucking new one, I would like no. But if they made a genuine like sequel to the old ones, that would be great. If they actually like took the essence of the charm from the old ones and like made it something else. It can even improve, you know, they improve the graphics, but in a way that it still stays true to the originals. Like, not that they're gonna like change the character completely, but they just make him look HD. And,
yeah, I totally
you know,
agree with you.
Yeah, but you
if
know,
they could like take the charm from the old character and you know just improve the graphics a little and make it nice and come up with a good story, or at least a decent one that you know just makes the gamer a little interested in it, I think that you know why the hell not? I mean, there's an old character that is really famous and popular, so I think they could make a great game. But
I think they don't want to do that because
I don't think either. I
he's
think
long gone, and I think they can't even do that because Insomniac sold like copyright, and I don't think any other companies really want to make that kind of effort, because people will be very skeptical because it's not Insomniac making them, so you know they're gonna have a very hard time trying to convince people to buy it.
Indeed.
So yeah,
but
it's fun because you know it's fine that there's 3 games and they're enough for me.
They're totally enough for me. I would really want to play the first and the second one, but you know, I might try a PS2 game, but you know, I don't have such a big like. I don't want to really play those that much, but I could try them if I could have the chance, but I wouldn't buy them actually because I've heard bad things about them.
Yeah, they're not really the same.
They're not our childhood.
They're just different.
It would just spoil the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, we totally love Spyro.
Spyro is the jam. I mean, yes.
Yes. Thank you for... Is it wrong to say watching or listening? It's kind of hard.
Watching.
Yes.
Watching Spyro gameplay because it's awesome.
It's awesome.
If you haven't played Spyro, go play Spyro. If you ever play PS3, buy the collection. There is like you can buy them.
On PSN, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, on PSN. I bought them and they're great.
Yes.
And
do it.
I mean, if you get to see the PlayStation 1 logo, so that's like that is just golden.
That's the thing. Yes.
That's the thing.
See you later.
Yeah, see you later.